In this video, I'm gonna show you the easiest strategy to print money in this bull run while taking on zero risk. You do not need to expose yourself to the markets, and the strategy we're gonna use is called funding rate arbitrage. Well, hold your horses there. It's not going to be the regular way of doing it, nor are we going to use some BS quote unquote bots that people shill you. What I will say is that it's gonna be automated and it's gonna be on chain. So you're gonna want to stick around till the end of this video, because trust me when I say this strategy absolutely wins. So you probably know Hyperliquid, and that is a perpetuals market. That means they're just future contracts that do not have the end date as regular futures. These work on the basis of open interest, meaning there are certain times when you have to pay the people who are shorting if you want to long, and vice versa. And this is either positive funding or negative funding. So stick with me for a second here. If you go directionally long on spot and then open an equally sized short on the perpetuals, well, now you see, doesn't matter if the price goes up or if the price goes down, your dollar amount is going to stay the same. Yes, it's a simple strategy to understand and also to execute, but the problem arises the markets aren't stagnant. They keep moving. Sometimes longs pay short, which is what we want, but sometimes shorts have to pay long. That means you are paying to keep this position open, which is not what we want, obviously. And not only that, there are multiple assets or coins, because we're in crypto, that you can take advantage of. Now, all of this brings in a lot of complexity, and the main thing you'd want here is to keep making money and keep your position delta neutral. And this introduces the need for managing this position, to keep it open, to micromanage this, right? So if we automate all of this, now you do not need to micromanage and you still keep earning money, which is exactly what you want, to make money while you freaking sleep. Anyways, now we're gonna use Liminal for this, which has already accumulated over $82 million in TVL, and they are built upon Hyperliquid. And currently Liminal offers one of the best APYs that you can earn on your stable coins. And before I jump into the platform, let me quickly tell you that Liminal was in private beta until very recently. And as a side note, since this is on HyperEVM, there is also a speculation of them doing an airdrop, which could obviously be another cook. And if you've been watching this channel, we've had many cooks. Not to brag, but that's the reality. Anyways, Telegram got it first when it was still in private beta. If you want early alpha and join these projects when it's super early, I'll leave the first link in the description to the Telegram for you to go and join, because it always pays to be early. Alright, jumping into the platform, you can use my referral link, which I'll leave in the description below. Use it for good karma and maybe more points, which will allow us to qualify for the liminal airdrop, maybe even hyper unit. As you can see, this is a simple user interface. This basically shows the 30-day APY, which usually is around, I would say, 15 to 20 percentage. Now, an important thing is that the max balance per user is about $1 million, which I doubt is the case right now for any of you watching. And the max deposit is actually only $250,000, and the minimum is $500. Now, if there is actually an airdrop, this is one of the reasons why I'm bullish on this, because a lot of people cannot join because of this minimum deposit thing. And also it was invite only before, which isn't the case now. Anyways, to deposit, also just as a side note, I've already deposited a secret amount into this, and I'm going to show you how much I've earned at the end of this video, so you gotta keep watching. Alright, now let me quickly show you how to actually deposit, because there are a couple of different ways to do it. So first, obviously you could deposit the USDC directly into your Hyperliquid spot account, and have to use the same wallet for your Hyperliquid account, and then the wallet that you're connecting to Liminal for this to work. So you can use Hyperunit for depositing into the Hyperliquid spot account, or you can obviously directly deposit into the Hyperliquid. Or what you can do is have your USDC parked on one of these chains, then you basically deposit that. And what I want to get into is the pro section of this. So as you can see, the highest was around 50% APY on May 23rd, and then we had little peaks for reaching up to 30%. Anyways, this keeps changing by how the markets move, but what I wanted to show you is how you can customize your strategies. So you can basically go delta neutral and try to farm all of these coins, but the liminal strategy uses only the hype token with a 2x leverage, which happened just a couple days ago. If you wanna earn more APY, you can just customize this strategy here. Right now, pump and Fartcoin are closed, but before, if we have chosen these, they were giving about 20 to 60% APY. And even here with 3x leverage on Bitcoin, you can earn like almost 15%. And you can choose how much you want to distribute for each coin in your strategy, and then you'll find an estimation of how much this strategy would have earned in the past 30 days or 7 days. You can just save these changes and deposit into your own strategy that you've created, and then you can just save the changes and deposit into this own strategy that you've created to earn a larger APY on your deposits. Alright, now let me share the results with you. I've deposited exactly $520 38 days ago into the Liminal just so I can make this video. Anyways, the return percentage was this right here because I've made 2.45 in net funding PNL, and this is for $520. I think I've lost like $1 in bridging fees and all. On that note, I haven't mentioned anything about fees, have I? So they only charge a 10% performance fees on the net funding gains. Pretty cool. I like this fee structure. Join the Telegram, subscribe.